Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Jesters from Julia Ross. This is a neat one. And easy. We like that. And has a neat look. All right, so I'm just going to start one right here in the middle. Starts with an orb. Of course, whatever size and whatnot that you want. And then some smaller, maybe between a dot and an orb, up to you. And just 3 positioned. Kind of like that. It could be kind of like a triangle, sort of. I haven't tried it yet. I'm just thinking. I haven't tried it with more. She just has 3 here, so we'll go with that. All right, then from that center orb, we're going to use the take off and land concept and trace a little bit over this orb carefully and make a slightly curved line over to the dot. Like that. And best to turn your paper or your tile each time. On this, it's not turning out as curvy as I was doing before. That's really funny. All right. But it's good. Yeah. Then, I'm just going to leave it in the position that it's at. So, with a curved line here, the next step is we're going to do another curved line. This one, so coming from the one that I just did, and I'm going to curve it to a new line and come just shy of the one following it. Now, because I almost did this once. Now I'm just thinking, because I was like, I'm going to do it without turning my paper. I got lazy for a minute, and I was just like, well, wait, what direction am I going in? So think of it this way. So you see this curve. This one, it goes in the same direction. If I were to go from here, it wouldn't be going in the same direction. It would be going not in the same direction. So then just turn. And let's see. And maybe this is what tripped me up, is because I was going from the orb out to the dot, but then here I'm going from the dot to the line, like that. And again, just shy of the end, and up to you, however wherever you want to position it. And the last one. And it starts looking like a neat symbol. Then Julia has us putting some orbs at the end of each of the tips. Get the gesture concept going. And then it's just decorating, really. I just want to peek at hers again. Yeah. And I think, because I was trying to determine, she has, for her step 5 and 6, it says thin and thick, and I'm thinking that she's showing the difference, where, with this, where you could play with this. These little pieces could be thinner or thicker, depending on where you position, where you have that curve line come in. So, up to you to have fun with that. Now, at this point, you can decorate, but what she also shares in her sample is this can kind of be a bit of an organic tangle, in that I'm just deciding where to start. I'm going to make this be one. You could just do a lot of these separated if you want to. But here, I'm going to put an orb here. We're going to make a smaller one. And this, which was a dot, right? I should have made it a little bit more pronounced. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a couple other ones like this. Same process. And then just remembering you're going to this dot. And then they can share that orb. And, whoops. trying to move this and it's sometimes not cooperating. Okay, there we go. I want you to be able to see the tip of the pen because it's helpful, not my hand, which is in the way. See, and then you can, like I said, you can have just as much fun as you want. Fill the space. It doesn't have to connect at all. They can just be free-floating things. And even, I mean, they don't even have to be like this one that I'm doing. Doesn't have to be even, you know, the distance between, you know, the orb and the dot, which then kind of makes it even more fun because you can make them totally whimsical. And with, you know, with the name, it just screams whimsical. So whatever you end up wanting to do. Oh, let's see. Well, you know, let me, I can fill in some others before I take the snapshot, but here's some ideas on what you can do with it. Oh, you know what? On this big one, here's one thing. So it's just decorating inside. You can, and I like this idea. You can aura the inside of each of those sections. And then fill it in or not. You could fill in the inside, or I'm just thinking, ooh, could fill in the outside. Or I could just leave it. And you know what would be really interesting? Kind of like Holy Halabow, which I need to do a video on that. Or some other ones. If you wanted to do something and have it go underneath this, you could. So we've made little windows, which could be either it's a decoration and it's solid, it's all in your mind, right? Or it's a hole in the structure, we could say. Up to you. That could be fun. All right, something else that I did this, I think Julia had this on hers as well, but it's just putting some little hash marks in with a little bit of a curve, so I'm kind of auraing the angle there, and it's somewhat like shading with the pen. But you could then, oh pencil, where art thou, oh pencil? Oh, there. I just had it. It likes to hide from me frequently. But then we could also accentuate again, double accentuate with an exclamation mark on it. And put some graphite in there. Bring that out. I didn't do the little orbs on here. Now, those orbs, ooh, well, it said they don't have to stay like that. You could fill them in, but then I just had this thought. Well, let's see what it looks like. Thought of just putting some lines. So my brain went, well, they could kind of be like Jingle Bells, Dancer, which is a Tangle. Gosh, did we do it? Oh, day before yesterday. If you're following regularly, and on that one, she added like this, and you could do that on here too. That's just little marks, and then it makes it look like it's got movement. And so then I was thinking, oh, well, they do look like Jingle Bells. Somebody had mentioned that. And I was like, oh, they do. And I was like, well, if I put lines there, would that make them? I don't really like the lines, so I'm coloring it in. But, you know, could you, just because those ones are sloppy, but you could do something like that. Doesn't have to be just open or just filled in. It could be something in between. if you're, good at doing some other things with these, like making cool pearls or whatever, up to you completely. And then, this can also carry that into the center or not. Again, up to you. So any tangle that you can think of that you might like, you could fit in there. And well, now that I've done these solid, I probably wouldn't go by filling in those sides, but let's do this. I'm just going to try one side. Ah, that's neat. Yes. Very, very cool. And like I said, anything that you want, we could we could do a little zigzag. And the way I'm thinking of these, and mostly because our Tangle Addicts community is doing, I'm doing Festivus Tangled, so festive tangles. And festive, regardless of what festivities there are, it's just a festive tangle. And that's why I was looking at things that just look like a party, right? And this could, especially if you put these little swoosh lines on a side of them. Why not? All right, this one I'm going to connect this one to here. Oh, once if you plan to connect them, just maybe, wait to put the big orbs in until afterwards. I don't know. I mean, you can make it work. It doesn't matter. Sometimes afterthoughts are great. This reminds me of the Tangle well, and it might be more like there's several tangulations on well, and this one is not, it doesn't have 4, and it's not in a grid format. But it has that same going from the orb and curving out to a point. That's where I'm going. So it's just neat. Like I said, just neat. And you could just leave it with nothing and shade it. And if my recommendation would be to shade it right here where this seems to tuck under. Just kind of like we did here. And there. Well, I take that back. You can do, besides, you can do whatever you want. Because all of a sudden I'm like, well, but we could totally have fun making this rounder on the outside edge by taking that graphite all the way over. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I need one more in there, but I'll add it afterwards. You get the idea. It's really, really neat. Really neat. So, I hope. Well, you know what? I'll as I'm talking the end stuff, I'll add my little bits in here. If you enjoyed this, and I hope that you did, would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it, and if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. In the description section, you will find links to step outs. I always do a version of my own, and then have a link to the originator of the tangle. And I call it For More Inspiration, because that's what it's for. And it's good to see, right from the person's hand. And then also, just so you have different, I have my take on it. Everybody has their own take on different things. And, you want to explore that. And then get your own great ideas. So again, really, really neat Tangle. Below the links to the step outs are ways to connect with me. So if you would like to do that, you can take a look there, or you can subscribe to my blog. You can also, here's what I'm going to do. I was just thinking, I got to do something different. You can subscribe to my blog, and you can see the classes that I put on. I do online classes almost twice weekly. A lot of them are free. Some of them are paid, so that way I can continue to afford to be able to do things. And I appreciate those that do come on and either, pay for a class here or there, or take the plunge and become a Tangle Addicts subscriber, where you get it's an all access for a monthly fee. But come check us out for free. We have a lot of fun. We do some amazing work collectively. Well, that's interesting with the orbs. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have colored in that center one. Anyway, but check us out. Come have fun. Tangle with us. And what else is on there? If you happen to be on Facebook, link to our Facebook group. We have even more fun there, because that, you have access to 24/7. And it's, again, a super great group of people, of Tanglers, and it's just amazing. So come check us out. Would love to, connect, and we can't have too many Tangle friends. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.